Thanks, Jason and team, for taking the time to review our pitch. Before we start, a couple key things to note. Number one, we're not pitching some crazy non-dilutive capital raising round or ICO. Number two, we're not selling some useless token with no real value that will hopefully one day run on some future network. And number three, we're not pitching another ridiculous blockchain idea that will somehow solve poverty and bring about world peace. What we're doing is going back to basics. We're building a real business which solves a real pain point for real customers in a subset of the market that will continue to thrive well beyond all this hype. And that is the digitization and tokenization of assets and currencies all around the world. Welcome to Amber, where our mission is to make digital currencies easy for everyday people. We all know the space is growing. There's no doubt about that. And that's because the killer app is already here. It's money. Digital currencies and assets are simply a new form of asset class that offer a better way of storing and transacting value. And as the trend towards digitization and tokenization of real-world assets continues, the overall market will continue to grow. Now, despite all of the perceived growth we got last year, we're actually at peak awareness to adoption asymmetry. Note, opportunity. The gap between people who know about it and people who are actually involved has never been greater. Why? It's just too hard. There's a million coins with a million fragmented applications that offer a partial solution for this person to get involved. The average consumer has zero idea of what's going on. And every major player in the space is focusing on the 1% that are already involved, giving them better trading platforms, more complex tools, more coins, and all of that, whilst the rest of the people, the 99%, are sitting on the sidelines wondering how to get in. And this is why we built Amber. Amber is like acorns for digital currencies. The entire point is to lower the barrier to entry for the average person. We also take it a step further by integrating all the fragmented applications in the space, i.e. micro savings, the exchange, the storage, and the wallet infrastructure. This means the consumer gets an all-in-one solution, which is what they want. The best way to think about Amber is like this. E-Trade, ComSec, and the like transformed access to equities and financial markets for the traders of the world 15 years ago. Then, 3 to 4 years ago, Robinhood and Acorns came out. They opened those markets up for the everyday person by making it as simple as downloading an app and placing a trade. Robinhood is now a $6 billion company thanks to enabling the general public. At Amber, we're doing the same in the digital currency space. We're happy for the Binances of the world to take care of the 1% with advanced features. We're here to enable the rest of the people, the general public, with a simple application that they can just download, link to their bank account, and move on with their daily lives, whilst they accumulate a new asset type automatically in the background. So how do we make money? It's pretty simple. Every action the user takes generates revenue on the platform, whether they buy, sell, send, swap, or exchange. And because of our direct link into the banks, we're the only ones able to do this in Australia with small amounts of money. There's further information in the longer video, which I'll note at the end. This then leads to an extremely scalable business model. We've calculated that the average customer acquisition cost is going to be between $2.50 to $20, whilst the annual revenue per user is between $100 to $250. Go-to-market plan is just as simple. Our first 1,000 customers come from the grassroots meetups, the podcasts, online communities through which we already have access to a local audience in excess of 70,000 people. From there, we drive our Got Friends, Get Bitcoin program, which aligns the goal of the product, i.e. making money, with the outcome of the referral, i.e. making money. Got Friends, Get Bitcoin is basically refer a friend, $2.50 worth of Bitcoin in your wallet. That's how we also got our customer acquisition cost numbers. From an execution standpoint, we have the technical ability, talent, and experience in both the operational and advisory layer of the team, so that we know that we can do it. And more importantly, our operational ethos is that a small, dedicated, vested team can do extraordinary things. We don't need to splurge copious amounts of ICO money on things that don't matter. So I'll close with this. Amber has massive potential in the future, but most importantly, we have a business from day one. Unlike the ICOs who are building networks that will one day change the world and one day hopefully make money, we actually start by solving a problem today. We generate revenue today, and in the process we lay foundations to expand into something so much larger. We've successfully raised a pre-seed round a few months back from sophisticated investors. We're more than 50% done on this seed round, only 5 days into the raise, and chances are we'll have most of it closed by the time we pitch at the event, which will give us some good momentum. I hope this review gave you a good understanding of what Amber is about. We're a real business solving a real pain point in the market that generates value for the user, that is also scalable and has enormous upside over the long term. I'd love to speak to the crowd at Launch Festival and present what our vision and mission at Amber is. We'll actually be the first place we announce it, believe it or not. Please note, as I mentioned earlier, I've recorded a slightly longer version of this deck and linked it in the application, so you're welcome to watch that too. Thanks again, team. I look forward to your feedback and seeing you all in Sydney.